Friday everywhere in the United States, but here I am. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of excited about this. I wanted to work on this a couple weeks ago, and I'm just getting to it now. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to work in a mini 3-ring binder. Sorry for the noise. I'm looking for something. I'm going to work in a mini 3-ring binder. I had a little trouble again with the screen orientation here, so I apologize, you guys, for that. YouTube making me go one way when I want to go the other. We don't always get to pick, I guess. We don't always get to pick. All right, let me check and see who's here. If I can find you, please be working with me, because it would be really nice if I could find you quickly, and we should, yes, the live is working. That's awesome. It's just going the wrong way, which is such a bummer. That is a complete bummer that it's that way. I'm gonna take this just a minute to share this feed in the Telegram channel so that you guys can find me quick. Find me quick, because I know it's an issue. Here we go. There it is in the Telegram channel. So if you're not on Telegram, get over there, get on the channel. It'll send you a text right to your phone. And then let's try this. First of all, girls, this glass table is in my way, so I'm moving it for a minute. I know that was awfully noisy, and I apologize for that. Okay, that's done. Now let's see, is there another place if I can share it quickly? Yes, on Facebook. There we go. I don't know that Facebook will show that because it's a YouTube thing, but I'm hoping that it'll be cooperative. That way you can find me easily as possible. All right. So it looks like it's working. I'm going to keep cleaning my little tray. It looks terrible. I know it just looks wrong. All right. Hey, Janet, how are you? I see you, my friend. I see you. Welcome. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Janice, are you still on your cruise, my friend? What are you doing here? Are you on your cruise? What's happening? Hi, sweetheart. Welcome. Oh my goodness, what is going on with all this stuff? I don't know. I'm trying to clean off this so that I can use this, because everything that I'm going to do in these look at this tiny little, oh, they're so cute, 3-ring binders. I took this one, it's got a clear cover, and I took this one and I put ATC cards in. But I would like to do one with just plain paper so I can simply do paper collage journaling in it. Did I just make up that word? Paper collage journaling. It's what I tend to do, so it's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. I can't be the one who made it up. Oh my Lord, girls. I feel like I just can't get my stuff together lately. Oh, yesterday, I don't ever do this, but yesterday on my way home from Grand Forks, I had a physical therapy appointment in Grand Forks, which is 90 miles away. That is where Landon goes to school, so I got to have a lunch with my number one child. Got to have lunch with him, which was lovely. But anyway, on the way home, I just knew I was super tired, so I decided I would get myself a coffee. Well, I went to the gas station and I didn't really want a super sweet coffee. So I grabbed like an espresso, Starbucks espresso. Jeez Louise, was that good. It was just this tiny can of coffee, of espresso. It was coffee and cream, espresso and cream. And I don't usually use cream in my coffee, but dang, that thing was good. Dang, it was good. All right, so I have some book pages as usual. Just got me some new buttons, so I got those ready to go. Hey Lori, hey Kim, here all the girls are coming in. Hey Vicky, you got home yesterday? Oh, good gravy. It feels like it went by fast. Did it go by fast? I wonder, did it go by fast? I'm going to do a little poll because I didn't even know you could do this today. Look at that. I can do a poll. I'm going to just post that in the comments and see how that appears to you guys. Anyway, all right. Book paper. I had already cut these down for tab binding books, but they were a little bit bigger than what I need. So I need to cut a few more down to 2.5 by 3.5. That is the ATC size. That fits perfectly inside these three ring binders. So I'm going to cut a few more of these. I was thinking if I did every other page, let's do a couple of these. Let's pick out some of them that kind of will match, coordinate. No, let's go with that one. No, let's go with that one. So I'm going to use, like, if I can find them, this is actually one of those time cards. Let's use that because that's fabulous. One of the time cards that I was wrapping your Grace's fabric bits that you guys were purchasing. That's one of those. Okay, that's pretty good. We have a good number there. And then I'm going to use some book pages on top of what's there. So let's put these aside because I won't need those. But all of these need to get cut down to the right size. They are just a little bit too big. These ones look like I already cut them down. So let's cut these down to 2.5 by 3.5. And then we'll get busy. Oh, it sure went by fast. I bet it did for you. It felt like it went by fast for me. And I wasn't even on the cruise, but I'm so thrilled that you guys got to do that. So thrilled. It's super exciting. I do genuinely, you know, I'm not going to say I'm not green with envy that you got to go on one, but I do genuinely get really excited for you guys. Ginny Martinez is doing a European cruise and she should be packing. Ginny, are you here? Are you busy packing, like figuring out what you're going to bring on your big trip? Her and her husband are taking a cruise, and European. I don't remember where. I think Rome. Are you going to Italy? Are you going like parts of Italy? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm excited for you, regardless of where that ends up being. Okay, this one looks just a little bit big. Oh no, I double-sided that one, and I don't like that. So this one's out. You're out, dude. This one I don't mind. Okay, let's get these cut down if they're not already the right size. Yeah, see, they're just a sliver because I was using them for tab binding books. So we're going to make them uniformly sized for, we're going to cut these two sides for this little binder. 3.5. 3.5 is right there. So it's like a sliver. I'm taking off a sliver. Friends, it's a sliver. Not much. Okay. Now, I haven't yet found, if anybody knows of a tiny, one of these mini 3-hole punches, let me know. I haven't found one. I've been trying, but I haven't found one. Good gravy. I wish that, sometimes I just wish that these systems were easier to use for going live. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see all of the chat. Why is it? It doesn't let me. It's very irritating, I'll tell you that much. And I feel like you guys are so far away. I'm going to drop you down, even though it's going to lessen the scope of what you can see. Hopefully I can keep it right in the middle for you so that you get to see more. Okay, now the book pages. I want to collage these. It doesn't matter what book pages you use. In fact, I have my Bits and Bobs basket that's been sitting around doing nothing. That has some really cool texture on it. I wonder if I could cut this down. It would be all texture, so I better not. Okay, I just wanted to see quick if I had any bits of book pages in here to use up. Like I have this one. but it's very flimsy, so I don't want that one. Okay, nothing in there. These book pages are rather nice. And when we were making those, the cards that I posted yesterday, I was using these book pages and gluing them together. Like, look at how thick and sturdy that is. That's probably too thick. That's a little bit too thick. It's like great for making journaling cards and tags. It's incredibly thick because I added so many pages, but too thick for what I want here. 2 of these glued together would probably be better. So let's just try that real quick. This is much thicker as well. I'm going to try just 2 and let's see how I feel about that. Because on top of these book pages, I'm going to also be adding more paper collage. So they are going to get thicker just by the fact that that's going to happen. These are stuck together on the outside, but not on the inside. I gotta undo them. Yeah, see this view is for the birds. That's what I think. My mom used to say that. My dad used to say it. That's for the birds, Gracie. Hopefully you can see now. And I can't see more comments. If you guys are commenting, please don't think I'm ignoring you. This is the problem with YouTube that I find, is when I have a live, I think the last comment that I can see is yes, sure did. It sure did, from Janice. Is that the last one that you can see? Can you let me know? This one's ripped. I don't mind. I'm going to glue those 2 together, and then we're going to cut it down. So I don't really care that I ripped the corner because I'm going to be cutting it down. That doesn't matter to me. I just want to see if this is going to be thick enough for what I'm going to do. Let's go like this. Actually, Gracie, I probably can get several out of this. Oh, I really, really dislike this this method of going live here on YouTube. I really prefer that we could go live horizontally instead of vertically. That's not the case. Okay, so I had a tear somewhere in here. You know what? It doesn't even really matter because, like I said, it's all going to get covered. I just wanted to glue 2 together so they were a little more sturdy. I'm going to see if I can cut these all at once because even though I glued them together, even though I have 3 of them stacked upon each other, they are still pretty thin. I got through all of it with 1 cut. So I have 3 more. For paper collage. And my thought was if I took a combination of decorative book, it's not decorative, but it's not a book page, and I interweave them that way, I would just need 2 more book pages. What we're going to get is a really cool looking combination of both. So I do like the way that worked out. Let's do this smaller one for a turn because, first of all, we're going to use up all these pages. Second of all, I only need 2 now. So let's use this smaller one and get 2 more book pages out of it. Good morning, Joyce. Have a blessed day, darling. Hey, congratulations on winning the tissue paper challenge prize. That's exciting, isn't it? And yes, like you said, you got yours late. You got it late. Didn't even think we were going to get yours in the mail on time, but she did, and she posted her project photo, and there you have it. All right, let's do it. 2.5. Maybe I should do, 2.5. I should, if I cut this way 3.5, then I can just cut 2.5s, and they'll all be done. So let's go this way first. And now I should be able to do 2.5s. Just keep doing it until I get however many I can out of this. That one's not quite big enough. So I got 2 out of that. And that's just what I needed. Okay, now what I got to figure out. that's going to give me a pretty darn good start inside my, I'm going to do a new journal. This one has ATC cards in it, so I'm going to leave that one with ATC cards in it. Let's open this new one. Ah, what a surprise, right, Joyce? So these come with a couple, 3 it looks like, of these little plastic, they're little plastic, like almost like page protectors. I think they're cut 2.5 by 3.5, so I don't think these will fit in there. Yeah, they're the same size about. But these are great because we can stick little stickers in there or whatever. Plus, I can use this as my template because I got to cut these holes out. I got to cut these holes out, and the only way I can think to do that is with an actual hole punch. So I'm going to grab out my Crocodile. Good morning, Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Thanks for being here. If you are newly hanging out with us, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping in. Tell us about yourself in the comments. What is Mom and Pop Quilt Shop? Where? Is it a brick and mortar? Is it a social media presence? Do you do workshops? Do you create and sell quilts? Tell us all the deets. We want to know. Cloudy, Nova Scotia. Well, it's so good to have you here. Tell us more. We are happy to have you here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. Okay, I got to use this as a template. And I'm not going to cut through all of these at once, obviously, but let's see if we can do 4 or 5 at a time. That way it just speeds up the process. I think probably my best bet for doing this is going to be to use a clip. Let's get them in position where we want the holes. I'm going to clip this together, and these still have the plastic embedded in the hole. It didn't pop out completely, so I better get something so that I can pop that out of there, like a little, some sort of sharp tool, because I'm going to need to make a mark on the paper. I just cut it. That wasn't very smart, Gracie. I didn't cut it all the way, thankfully. I think my muscles were stronger than I was thinking they would be. I punched through it pretty easily, pretty fast. Okay, there's 1. Those little circles need to come out of there. 2. This 3rd one is giving me trouble. Yes, baby, why are you resisting me? I feel like I could use a day of just watching movies. Do you ever feel like you just need a day to check out? I need a day to check out, girls. Anybody want to sit on the couch and watch movies and eat popcorn all weekend? Well, I couldn't do popcorn all weekend, but I could probably eat just a little bit. You're moving to an apartment, Denise. Well, that's exciting news. Still in Lakota? Oh, it's still in Michigan. I'm trying to pack as I'm moving to an apartment, trying to cut bills down so cheaper. Yes, good for you. Very smart move. Mama Pop Quilt Shop says, mostly videos and tutorials for YouTube. We stream on multiple platforms. Long Arm Quilter. Oh, thank you for asking. You're welcome for asking. I love having new guests, and I love meeting you and giving you a chance to give your own page or channel some props. You need a day like that, Kim? Want to join me? Okay, what I'm going to do is I used that to mark where my holes are going to be, and then I'm going to use this to make my holes. They need to be the bigger of the 2 holes. So I'll use, did you know that you can see through that? I just realized this recently. I've had this thing for a long time. You can see through there. So if I have my little hole made out, I should be able to see through there and punch it. That did like easy breezy. These 4 or 5 pages, whatever I have here, it got through all of them easily. I still wish I could find a 3-hole punch for this mini journal, but that wasn't that hard, right? Okay, we got the first stack done. I'm going to see if I can get all of these. This is more than I just did, but I'm going to see if I can get all of those done at once instead of doing 2 more batches. So let's see, we're going to get this nice and even. And I am literally going to give myself the pencil marks. So I'm just creating that circle with my pencil, and that's going to tell me where to put my hole exactly. Using that as my template. Same thing. Here we go. I think this is going to get through all of these easily. I need it to squish over just a speck. Just a tish, as my quilt instructor. I took a quilt class a long time ago. I don't know what your first name is, Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. But I took a quilt shop when, like, before I even got married and had kids. I took a quilt class from a quilt shop in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and the teacher, she always used to use the word tish, just a tish, just a tish. So it stuck with me. She had an influence. It stuck with me. Okay. Now, look at that. We've got a nice start. Ooh, those don't look like they match up evenly. What are we doing here, girls? We have a nice start for this journal. It's a little 3-ring binder. It is rather stiff, but I think over time as I'm using it, it'll get less stiff. Oh, the other thing is, it does have a front. You can put something in here and in the back. These are so cute. So we could take a sheet, like a cover sheet, and put it in the, I wouldn't punch holes in it, but put it in the front to be decorative. And I may eventually end up doing that. But for now, look at this stinking cuteness alert. Let's see. Let's hope everything fits. It should. I used my template. I need 2 hands is what I need, because now my pages all go wonky. All right, friend. Why are you just on this side? You just need to stretch just a little. Just stretch a little. That's kind of tight. How could that be? How could that be? Those went in just great. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I have plenty to play with. So personally, but most of the time when I paper collaging and decorating pages, it's in a book. So you have the cover and all the other pages to contend with. But because this is a 3-ring binder, the nice thing is I can pull this out to decorate it. Should we do 3? That's rather ambitious, isn't it? Oh, kind of ambitious, girls. We're going there. I don't want to lose these. I may end up putting them in the books, but for now, I've got 3 of these. I'm going to go shut that light overhead because I think it's giving you a terrible shadow. I'll be right there. Is that better? Might be better. Okay, 3 of these. Now, what I did was I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff because I got to think in terms of minis. We got to think in terms of minis. So I went and saw, like, what kind of things do I have? I have these tiny little stamps that I purchased. Like, that's a cute little squirrel. So I've got stamps. I'm just going to show you the kinds of things that I grabbed because you have to think it small. This is a Tim Holtz set of collage tiles. So they're all pretty small. They're all the same size, I believe. They're just probably, I don't know if they're printer rejects that they cut into little squares so that you could collage the paper in your own way. So these, oh, like there, he's awesome. He's a great size for a focal point for one of these. So I grabbed those. Gotta think in minis, which isn't always the case. I don't know what's in here. This is an ephemera pack that I bought a long while back, and it's all coffee stained ephemera. Look at the ducks. Oh my gosh. So cute. These are too big, obviously, but I'm looking in here for anything that's kind of smaller. Like, here are some small ones that could get used. Okay, it's not a whole lot. These tend to be bigger. Even those are too big. Okay, So I went through and grabbed the smallest of the things that I have. So I'm going to take a minute and we're going to go through and see from these packs. These are stickers. Where did I get these? I don't remember. Are they open already? Yes, they are. Because that's how I roll. So what I was thinking, the reason I was cleaning that ceramic coated tray is because wouldn't it be easier if we could, you know, do this and see exactly what we have? Because, oh, I like that. So I'm just going to grab stuff that appeals to me for no rhyme or reason. Like, it's got to be small enough to fit and something that I think I could use either in the background or as a focal point. What are you doing in here? I don't think you belong in here. You're just so much bigger than everything else. I like the 8. I like the number 1. I like numbers. There's a row of numbers. There's a little domino. How cute. I like the 1, 2, 3. All right. I think I have plenty from this set. These are all potential things that we're going to paper collage and create focal points to make mini collage journal pages. Laura Lynn, LL. Gotcha, Laura Lynn from Mom and Pop's Quilt Shop. It's good to make your acquaintance. I'm Grace. And all the crafty chicks are here in the comments, so I'm sure they're all willing and able, if they haven't already, to welcome you here to our little craft family. Okay, I have a lot of these. You guys have a lot of these. Here's another one that I purchased. Just old ephemera pack. She, I love her, but she may be just a little bit too big. But I love her. Let's pull her out. Look in here and see what else is here that could be used. Huh, this was something I had stamped. Chocolate, it's chocolate, and I didn't want to throw it out because it was done. So I, instead of throwing it out, oh my gosh, that might be okay for right there. Oh, see, it was a mushroom set. Those are all too big though. There's something else small back here. A leaf, nope. Okay, so I got some things from this. Oh, here, I only have just a few of these left. Like literally just a handful of these left. Tiny little mushroom washi stickers. That one matches really well. A leaf. Let's see with this dude. I don't want to lose, I have the ducks back here. Gotta account for the three little punched holes. It would have to be something tall and skinny if I was going to make that work, because I won't want to take away from the little duckies. But it could kind of either go on top of him or under him. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it, girls. Although I love the mushrooms. I'm going to keep that one out. Yeah. All right. Those are cute. See, obviously I like those because I used a lot of them up. I got some flowers and butterflies. These are not the right vibe. These are boho dreams. They're very pink, very sparkly, where it seems like I have more of a vintage vibe going. So I'm going to say no to those immediately. Let's just see. She really takes up a lot of space, so I don't know that I'm going to fit anything else on there with her. I might just, girls, I might just have enough here. I have a couple more folders that I pulled, but I might have enough to work with because I haven't even gone to stamping or anything. Stamping or embellishing. Oh, yeah. I do like those together. always with the Tim Holtz people. Always, always, always. And depending on the pack that you get, you can get a pack with the small enough, small enough people. Some of them are real big, but some of them are real small. Some of them are groups of people. Like if you look at everything that he offers quite a few of these now. So like this kid and his dog would fit on one. They would fit on one, but just have to think about how much space do you want to take up from what you're going to put behind it. Let's go with these for now and see what we get. The other thing that I grabbed, of course, these are my Amazon store. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I have 2 set sticker books, and like these have some beautiful imagery in them of all sorts of things. So that one's the Botanists sticker book anthology. This one is the Antiquarian sticker book. And this one has some really unusual things, but also some really beautiful things. And these I think would work great for this because there are quite a few perfect for Halloween with the bats and the moths. These are big. These are big stickers. That's the size of the sticker. The whole page is a sticker sheet on both sides. Like that one. Okay. Let's work with what we got here. We're going to get gluing. We're going to get inking. I'm going to grab my inks. I might use some stamps. I don't know. We're just going to have some fun. Let's see. Thanks there, Laura Lynn. I appreciate it. Thanks for saying so. Drink of water, girls. Got to get your water in. This, I might play with. Okay. She just fits this whole darn page, and it just might, is it too much? It's like there's nothing left to do on there if I put her on there. Where did my people go? There was that other really small couple that I thought could be cute. Where are they? All right, let's go with that one instead, because otherwise there's nothing to do around them. Like, this paper is so decorative on its own that seriously, you could just be gluing down images. But let's do some collage. I'm wondering if I wouldn't want to switch these. I'm going to do a quick switcheroo and see. No, I like it better the other way, because that's pretty vibrant. And it goes well with the mushroom and the chocateur. That's like a coppery color. Okay, now here I feel like I do need to add something else. So I could go to my book pages. I don't like straight edges. So I'm going to tear away at all edges just to make them more mangled. And then see about... Everything's so mini. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Give them a little platform to stand on here. And let's see about any of these numbers. I was thinking to myself, it's upside down. There's no way that could be upside down. That number is way too big. I have trouble picking up tiny little elements. I don't know about you, but that's me. I don't like the white edging on this, so we're just going to go around and cut that off. I could come in and ink it, but honestly, I think I'd like it even smaller, and I don't like the white. So since I want it smaller, I'm going to take off a bit of bulk on all sides by cutting it. Then I can still come in with the inker if I wanted to. It's already kind of inked, so it's not really necessary, but let's ink up this. I think I still have some left from yesterday on here. Let's just grab a book page. Oh, I don't know that I want to use those blank pages. This is doubled up. I glued them together, but they're not completely glued together. Okay, let's do that. And then I might put just a little bit of ink. It's mainly for her. He's dark. You're not even probably going to see it on him, but on her, she has a white dress on and it's pretty white. So I'm going to muck it up a little. And you know what? It would be really sweet if I added a little color to her. You know how sometimes I'll take one of these soft markers and add a little bit of color to these Tim Holtz. Like, we could make her skirt purple. You guys, I feel like you're just so far away. That Carole King song came in my head. That you're so far away. Why doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? You know the song I'm talking about? Let's just make her skirt. I think this is a dress, but I'm going to come in and just tint her skirt with this really soft purple. Purple and green together. Not a bad combo. I guess I could do her skirt and her sleeves because it's like a layered dress and it looks like they're two different parts. Where's the other sleeve? Oh my gosh, it's like the teeniest, tiniest thing. Jeez Louise, it's really hard to see actually. Okay, I'm going to keep this to the side just in case I need to do a little more of that. Let's glue this down for sure because I know that's going there. I'm not seeing any other comments. Let me check real quick. Facebook does not, or YouTube is not making it easy for me. Put the number under her and it looks like a prisoner number. That's funny. That's funny. Laura Lynn, that's funny, friend. You're making me laugh. All right. So decorative paper in the background becomes part of the background, right? Book page in the background becomes part of the background. This doesn't have this, the yellow one doesn't have anything. So we're going to do a little work on that one to get it to look like it has a background. Now I'm really struggling to pick things up because I have no nails. So it does sometimes help to have a tweezer around when you're working with little things. So I think I'm going to put them here and then I think I'm going to put this. It's going to go up here. Do I need something in between? I'm thinking like a little piece of fabric. So let me grab my little fabric. Laura Lynn, I'm getting into your fabric world. Okay. Maybe like I've got lace. Remember my little bits and bobs, my new bits and bobs basket for fabrics, where I organized my fabric bits. I'm going to see if I can't find something in here that's small enough. I don't want it to be real heavy. The lace is actually quite nice. If I can find another little piece of lace, that would be great. I'm going to actually just cut one off of I have some close by. Oh, Lord, my neck hurts like crazy, girls. Oh, geez, I dropped the scissors. All right, hold on. We're grabbing some lace. That is not the bin that I wanted. Just hang tight, girls. Where did I put it? Well, oh, here it is. Hold on, girls. I'm here. I'm just grabbing a tish of lace so that I can put it in that bin for collaging and for putting together clusters and things like that. a huge roll of this lace. I just grabbed a bit of it because I think a lace would be nice. It would be rather translucent, right? We're going to be able to see through it. We won't lose that pretty background. So let's just take a square of this and see if I shouldn't. I might just put it right over my holes, and if I have to reestablish those holes, I will. I like it. Just adding another element of layering. I feel like I need more glue. Now I'm going to glue over that, and I'll use a liquid glue for this. They're going to go right there, and then the numbers will go above. The numbers are a sticker, but I don't know, I'm not sure how sticky they are. So I'm going to peel the backing off, and then I'm probably going to add additional glue just to be sure that we're going to get this to stick real good. Put my scissors aside. Now, I better even do a little liquid glue. It's delicate with the lace. Yes, it adds like an element of feminine to it, which I really like. Yeah, I feel like I need to add that liquid glue because it's going to seep down into the lace, which will seep down onto the paper. And so it will hold things better than just the glue stick or the sticky backing of that sticker. Now this is cardstock. It has no sticker whatsoever on it. So I think I'm just going to do this. For the first time in my life, this bottle was not clogged. I told you, I feel like everybody else unclogs their bottles before they go live, because every time I'm live, I have trouble with these stinking glues clogging up on me, and I feel like you watch me fight the glue the entire time, which is no fun at all. Love this so much. Now, oh, I half wonder if I shouldn't, I'm going to round those two corners. Just these two. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we get and see, make a decision. Slightly round these, so the smallest round possible. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't know if that lace is going to feed through there, but we're going to make it. We made it. We're going to force it to do our bidding, as my kids would say. I love this, you guys. I love it. I love it. Mini collaging. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you think you would want to work in this mini size? I've been debating. I've been debating for a while. Am I going to like this mini size? It may be something to explore. It may be something that you would enjoy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go on to this one. This is so plain. It has nothing going on, right? Like, there's nothing happening here. Of course, I can ink around the edges, but I'm thinking about adding some color beyond that. Now, if I put these two down, there's not a whole lot happening. Like, there's not a whole lot I have to do here. I could add some fabric to the background. Now, I'm thinking manly fabric. Okay, girls, we're looking for manly fabric. What do I mean by manly fabric? Like a flannel or like a wool, like a thicker fabric that he might be wearing while he's duck hunting, even if it's a canvas. I'm looking in my bits. Oh, here, there's that blue that I loved. These are already, here's some light. I'm just gonna stick that down in there. These are already made. These are the little dangles that I made, and here are the little hand or machine stitched little labels that I made. I love to be able to do that with my bin. But in here, let's see if we can find like a manly fabric, if that makes any sense. I have another bin that, oh, here's a denim. Here's a denim strip. And here's also just a tiny little like green and red fabric. This might work if we did this. Come on, tweezer, you're in my way. If we did this, and we layered this up in this corner, I may just sew it on there. First, I'm going to ink this up. Oh, this is the more flimsy. This is the more flimsy paper. Whoop! Thanks, Janet. She says, very cute. Thank you for that. All right, I might have to add some paper scraps back here because this is just feeling really flimsy. Oh, and by the way, there's no reason why you couldn't decorate on both sides. I was planning on just doing the one side and then maybe writing some notes on the back. But you could, technically, you could decorate on both sides. Now, I was looking for some paper scraps. Let's go. I have like bits of canvas here. I have to go through this because there's a lot in here that could be getting used. But I'm looking for paper bits. Like there's a paper bit that I could tear up and use. That one's done. I'll put that on the side. I just want to give it some more strength. So I think I might actually even glue this to the back because it's just going to give it a little strength. This is a thicker paper. It's not quite cardstock, but it's thicker than this paper. And it'll just give it some strength. It's a tag that I had printed out and then I never used it. So let's just, instead of cutting it, let's tear that. And I'm going to go this way with it. It'll hang out just a little bit off the edge. I don't know. I'm not loving all it. I struggle with these straight edges so much. I'm going to tear it more. I do too. I do too. Laura just said that. I like the ripped and the torn look better. I do too. I struggle so much to leave anything straight. It's a thing for me. So 67% of you on the poll are saying that you're going to be creating this weekend. Do you know what you're creating? What do you've got your eyes set on? Are you working like Laura Lynn? She's a quilter, so maybe she's quilting. Is she doing some applique? Is she doing some hand stitching? Is she working on her bindings? What are you working on? If you're a paper crafter, do you have a particular book you're working in? Are you mass making cards? What is it? All right, that they're supposed to be glued together and it didn't stick right there. So let's reinforce that. That's just going to give it a little more strength. All right, next up, let's figure out this and this. And I think I am going to sew. Ooh, my little heart's happy when I get to sew. I'm going to tack it down just enough so I can get it through the sewing machine. Tack down both of these pieces. Now let me figure out though, if this is going to go here, we're going to have some layering happening here. We are definitely going to have some layering. I want the blue, if I'm going to put it down, there's no sense in just covering it up. So I want the blue to show. If I use this, it could be fun to have this kind of hanging off the corner like that in a really rugged way. So let's just smash a little glue on there, hang it off the edge so that you can see it hanging off the edge of the paper. I think that would be cute. It's not, the glue stick is not going to be like super hold, so I am going to take it through the machine. Where did I put the cover for this, girls? Just give me a second. I got to put stuff aside because I got to get my little Babsy out. You know my little Babsy, my tiny little $40 machine that's working great for paper crafting. I'm going to grab her out. I'm going to make room for her though. This fabric set aside. Some scissors set aside. My books that I'm not using, I can set aside. And then let's slide her on over here. Come on, Babsy, we need you. Come on, sweet friend. Uh-oh, I have purple thread. No, it's pink. Today's thread is pink. Uh-oh. I got me some pink in here. I don't want pink for this. So that means I don't mind. I don't always mind all this fussy work of making that adjustment if it's going to make a big difference on a project. Like, I can't have pink with my manly man. So I gotta grab out me some threads, and blue would work great. Let's just grab what's up top here, and we're gonna rethread this quick so that we don't have pink in here. We stream on Saturdays, and tomorrow is the start of a new project, a 2-color quilt. On where? Where do we find that? Is that on YouTube? Or which social media presence are you in where they would find that? Or we would find that. Now tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? Oh my gosh, I have a laundry list. Uh-oh, this spool isn't going to fit in this machine. So I'm going to find a different one, girls. The lip of the spool is a little bit too wide for this machine. It's okay. Don't you worry, girls. I got me lots of, there's another blue with a smaller spool. That one fits. Okay, girls. The other day, Ruth, are you here? Ruth was coaching me through, I don't know. I know enough just to be dangerous here. I took that one quilting class over, like, oh my gosh, I was married 20, how many years ago? 20 plus years ago. So it was around that time that I took that quilting class. And Laura Lynn, you can vouch for this, or just like verify for me. The girls were saying whenever you're putting the spool or spindle in, or whatever, the bobbin in, that it should be always counterclockwise. I'd never heard that, but it could be true. That just because I hadn't heard it doesn't mean it's not true. I'm not doubting the girls. I don't know that I've ever noticed a difference. Like, I've never paid attention for 20 years, so I don't know that it matters that much, does it? What's your opinion on that, I guess is what I'm asking, since you are a quilter. All right, we're in. We're doing all this work for just a tiny bit of stitching, but if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all the way around, I think, just for fun, with a just a wide stitch, I think. A wide straight stitch, that's where I am. My presser foot is all the way on the other side of the table. I need to get it. This is just a cheap machine, so it's a cheap little presser foot. You can probably hear it bouncing around on the ground. I want to make sure that I'm getting a little bit of this through the blue. Uh-oh, I went too far. I'm gonna back it up, girlfriend. Back it up. It's okay. I'm not gonna stress about any of this. Remember, we're having fun here. Stress does not exist in this world. It's all about the fun. Now, this piece is wanting to pop up, the little green piece, so I'm gonna have to really be careful to feed it underneath the presser foot. Straighten it out. I can't even see the card. Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna go right off the edge. I'm going right off the edge, girls. All right. I don't want to drop Babsy on the floor. A little added element. It's white on the back, blue on the top. I don't mind that at all. Mama, Papa, there's usually a tiny cut in the spool to hold the thread. If that is in the wrong direction, the thread coming out can catch on it as you're sewing. What? Oh. So it has to do with the bobbin. That little tiny, it's so nice that they have that on there, right? So, because it'll just keep on spooling if you don't use that little notch on the thread, is what she's talking about, where you like anchor your thread in there so that when I throw it in this bin with all the others, it doesn't come unraveled and tangled. So that little tiny knot, she's saying, if you're going the wrong way, it's going to get caught on that. I never thought about that. I've never thought about that. Now, the thread that I always used didn't have that. When I was quilting, I always used this thread. What's the name of it? I don't remember. Metler. No, this isn't. Yeah, this is it. Because this one, you feed the thread. Let's see if I have one already opened. I think I used this on the very, very first quilt that I made over 20 years ago. Gutermann, this is it. So this one, it doesn't have a notch. It has like an extra space in here that you feed your thread into so that it won't unwind. Now I can throw it in that bin and it will not unwind. So I think I never thought, maybe that's why it never came up in my, like the quilt guild that I belong to and in quilt class, because that's what we've been using. I'm gonna tear this. I hate to do it, but I am gonna tear, because you know me and the straight edges. I love that word, fuddled. Laurelyn, I love that you just use that word. Beep, 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 back it up. Wait a minute. That is hilarious. Beep, beep, beep. I love what you just said. Gutermann, yes. Yeah, so with that bobbin, I wouldn't need to worry, right? Does it matter then? Is that counterclockwise issue mainly because of the notch? I guess that's, you're revealing things to me that make a lot of sense. And maybe for the other crafty chicks too. Okay. If I kept this straight, the only reason I would keep it straight is if I was trying to line that up, if I wanted it, I mean, that could be a thing where this one is straight edge along with the paper and then the rest of it's torn around so that we can get the desired effect. Do you see what I'm saying? I left this edge straight on the duck paper. I'm going to put him here. So we're going to be able to see the duck paper. We're going to be able to see the denim. We're going to be able to see this like plaid that's hanging out the edge. Do I want to add, in addition, do I want to add a number? Yep, right there. I'm going to add that 123. Again, I don't like the white edges, so and I want it a little smaller, so I'm going to go around and cut. Laurelyn, it's so interesting, isn't it? Like, I only know what I know. I don't know what you know. So it's really awesome to connect on social media from people from all over the world and to get their perspective. So the girls were telling me, like, you have to feed it. Everything has to always get fed counterclockwise. And I said to them, well, it's not like I took a quilting class a long time ago. I made a few quilts. Decided quilting wasn't my jam. It's too precise for me. And I'm really bad at fractions and numbers, so I can't be precise. It just was not fun for me and too challenging for me. So anyway, it's not that I mean, I love to use my machine. I love to play with fabrics. I just am not quilting anymore. But anyway, I've never heard anybody say that it has to go, or if I did hear it, let me say it this way. If I did hear that, if my quilt instructor's out there from 20 years ago, and she says, Grace, I told you that. You just didn't remember. That could be. It could be that I have no recollection. Maybe that's the way I should say it. Not that no one ever told me. I should say, I have no recollection. It's a good phrase to have in our brain, right? My kids could use that sometimes because I tell them to do something and then they don't do it. And then they say, you never told me. And I'll say, yes, I did tell you, you just don't remember. So I have no recollection is a good phrase to add to our communication. All right. I think I want this to go underneath. Do I, or do I want it to go over? I think I'll actually put it over him. And I took this out thinking, do I want to round his corners? I don't know that I can fit this in here. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to round his corners just because we can. fussy stuff happening here, but I love it. Okay, the 123, getting it ready. Got to get it. It's a sticker. So we got to, oh, I just poked myself. Got to get it ready. Still going to add some more glue, and I need to know where exactly am I putting this. He's going to go here, right above the ducks. I kind of like to be able to see the layers of paper. I don't ever, oh, and I have not glued that down yet. When I'm collaging, I've explained this before. When I'm collaging, one of my rules is if I'm putting one thing down and then something else on top of it, I generally, this is just me, you do it however you want. I generally don't line up the top or line up these edges because you lose the layering effect. The whole idea of layering is that you see this piece of paper underneath this one. And then if I put this on top of here, I wouldn't want to line it up exactly with any of these edges that are surrounding it. I would want to overlap it a little like that. Looks really cute together like that. And then I have two edges here. I have this edge and then I have this edge. I also have two edges here, this one and this one. So when I come to this corner, I don't want to cover up my denim completely. It would be really nice if I could see a bit of the denim and a bit of the green. So I'm going to drop this down low enough so that in this corner, I can see the paper underneath, his photo on top. I can see the blue denim and I can see the green. Do you see what I'm saying? I actually might want to drop him a little bit lower so that I get more of that, the four corners there, if that makes any sense. I'm going to actually, I really like him here. Let's check on this number though. I might just move it a little bit inward. Yep. So let's glue him down right here because that's, I know that's where I want him. So I'm going to take this off and focus on gluing these two together. And then I'll glue that whole piece on at once. So I'm going to peel these apart. Whoops. I put the cover back on. I could squeeze all I want. No, ain't nothing coming out of there. Oh, come on. Now I'm clogged. Oh, good gravy, Grace. I told you I'm keeping a pen right next to me now just for unclogging because this happens to me all the time. These glues are so fussy. They're high maintenance, and there's no room for high maintenance in my life. Hold on, girls. I know that's not a good view for you. There, I think I might have unclogged it. I don't know. Yes, I did. I'm going to soup on this glue on the top here and squish this together. In the meantime, I got to clean my pen and get the oozing glue. All right, that's stuck together now, even in that one spot. So I can clean my pen, put it back where I've been keeping it. I saw a woman this morning. I don't know how I came across it. I don't remember who it was, and I feel bad about that because I was like, I went to her, she made something just yesterday and posted it, and I went to her Etsy shop to buy the things she made, and she only made 2 of them and they were sold out. And I was like, dang it, I would have loved to have had one of those. It was a book. It was completely made out of lace and fabric. Beautiful book. And had beautiful appliques all over it. And when you opened it up, it was all cream colored. It had a huge applique butterfly in the middle. And she was using it to hold push pins. And some of the push pins she decorated, and I was in love with it. I was like, oh, I want that. I want it so badly. But she had sold out. I was like, man, I would have scooped that up. Because what a cute little book to keep your push pins in. All right, now, because I lined the duck up square here, I kind of was pretty confident pushing this down on here. Now I can't cover up my holes, but I want to be able to get it just in a spot where I can see my 4 things here. I got the photo, the denim, the plaid, and that duck paper. And then I have that number on top of all of that. Number 2 is done. What do you think? Number 2 is done. All right, I'm going to slide all of this away. We'll put these 2 to the top of the screen. I don't think I need this anymore. And then let's work on this one. Andrea Scott, she's working on an altered book today. I'm doing great, my friend. How are you? Are you happy because you're creating? Oh, I want to see your altered book. I love altered books. I love them. I love them. Really, I honestly do. This was a Chalkator. I must have been practicing or something. It has like a coppery paste. I didn't want to throw these out. I may just cut a little further in to give a little more white space in between these leaves. I'm going to cut down a little further in here, if you can see what I'm doing. So I don't have so much white. See? Now, I think for this one we're using this guy, right? What's that on your leg, little puppy? We need to go to our layering again. This is very simple, very plain the way it is. Oh, there's a piece of cardboard between his leg and the pup's leg that can get poked out. And it matters because it does have a big, it looks way different when you put it down, especially on like this bright yellow paper. You can just see those details that much better. Okay, I don't mind the bright yellow. It just is very plain, right? So let's go. I have these little scraps of paper. Maybe we'll put this one on top behind his head. I'm going to muck it up a little though. And I might stamp something on here. In like, it would be great to have a little orange. This is coppery, but it looks like a burnt orange. So if I was able to, if I'm going to put this back here, you notice I don't start gluing anything down until I'm really sure. If I was going to put that back there, this 8 is definitely not getting used. I'm just not into it. That's not going to get used. This is oozing glue, and probably why I always get clogged, because I don't put the cover back on. That's why. Well, I'm deciding what I'm doing over here. My glue is over there clogging up. Let's see. Maybe this goes further back. Nope. I like it forward front, but it's too white. It's too bright for sure. Let's go in there. And I'm going to see about another color. I used this green one yesterday, didn't I? No, I did not. Is there another green one? Yes, there is. I'm not very good. I have like green ones, I have blue ones, I have red ones, orange ones, but I don't like have one for each green that I own, if that makes any sense to you. Here's peeled paint, which is a form of green. So if I was kind of going on the idea that this was going to be fall-like, I could add a little bit of green, add a little bit of brown. So it's kind of variegated. Is that the right word? But to get rid of the white, because the white's just too bright. It's not working for me. It's not working. It can't happen that way. It just can't. All right, and the green and the brown go really well with the yellow. Maybe what I should do is add a little bit of that green to this paper as well. And in fact, I could go super bold, and you've seen me do this before, where I take that little piece of paper and I kind of tap it to get some like darker splotches. Depending on how wet your ink pad is, you'll get different effects, but we got some different green going there. Let us come in here with some brown and muck up the whole kit and caboodle here. I like it super mucked up. Let's, in fact, this is a textured cardstock, so if I lightly rub on here, I'm going to grab some of that view of texture even more. Oh, wrong cover. Where's my green? Let's go in with a little green as well. Just tiny little bit. I don't want to overwhelm, but I want cohesiveness. So there. now, if I do this, and you go here, maybe you're a little higher. Yep. This might hang off the edge like this. I might want to cut this down. No, just need to layer it properly. That way it looks like he has a headdress. The king of the leaves. Oh my gosh, that's freaking funny that it just landed just that way as I was playing with it, and I'm sorry, it made me really giggle. That made me giggle a whole lot. Gannon always asks me, Gannon does stuff and he makes me laugh so hard. And he's like, why are you laughing so hard? I'm like, 'cause you funny, kid. You make me laugh. But I have a really big, bold laugh. I always have. Thank you, Joyce. All right, this, I don't know that this is going to have a place to live. If I do this here, it just is like right behind his head. Which I'm not loving that. We're playing, girls. We're trying to figure out, I do like the number 1 behind their legs because you can actually read it. But maybe instead of putting this on the upper right, it has to go down somewhere else. No, I don't like it at all on the bottom. Maybe that's just gotta go. Maybe we're just gonna forego that altogether. The mushroom I'm loving, except it's competing with the puppy, so I'm not so sure on that notion. What if I put it right there? The problem is things just don't stay in place as you're playing with your positioning. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Now it looks like he's pooping a mushroom. Oh, good gravy. I have problems. Okay, we might have to go lower. Oh, it looked like he was... Oh, if Gannon was here, I can only imagine the words Gannon would choose to try to get that across to you, that I just made it appear as though the puppy were pooping a mushroom. All right. All right. How's that for your Friday get together with Grace? Now, this would not hang over. I can't. It's a sticker. So can I make it work so that I can put this on here and it not look like he's pooping a mushroom? This mushroom isn't working. Girls, we're going back to the mushroom bin. Where are my mushrooms? Florals. Here they are. Oh, good gravy, girls. You never know what you're going to get here at the Comfy Nest, right? We never know what we're going to get. All right, what mushroom? I liked the contrast of the red with the yellow. Oh, did you just hear my stomach growling? Girls, I'd be hungry. All right. Where, oh, where could the mushroom go? Where it's not looking like it's coming out of his butt. I think I need a smaller mushroom. This is the challenge of this, girls. This is the challenge, is you got to find stuff that's small enough to fit on your design. How about these leaves instead? And what if I just did them off the edge? It's leaves and acorns. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it. I don't know that this is going to work, but this is my challenge. I have never created mini pages, and I thought it'd be really fun to try and challenge myself this way. This could get very plain looking if I don't add something else in there. I'm going to look, I don't know that I want a fabric, but I'm going to look at my paper stash. I have more of that tag available. Where's that decorative tag that I cut down? It's back here somewhere. Nope, that's not it. Where did it go? Here it is. I have plenty of that left. This bit. What if I cut a mini strip of this out? And what if this went... The challenge is nothing is glued down yet, so I keep moving things around. And I can hardly pick things up because I have no nails. All right, that I like a little better. But I think I'm going to go like this. And I am getting somewhat irritated with myself. Let's do this. Let's probably be easier to put it on the back of this paper. Let's glue this down here. Whoops, stuck to me. Then let's glue this down. I'm adding just Elmer's glue. Add this here, I think. I'm not going to stick it down just yet. I want it a little higher. I'm glad I checked. Okay. Still can see that blue teal from that tag sticking out right there. Then they're going to go here. This guy, if I'm going to use it again, trim it down. It's just too white on the edges. And they're just too big because this is mini collage. You can see, I don't care if the edges are perfectly straight. It's no consequence to me either way. This is going to go up here behind his head because he's number 1 and I don't want to put it over his head. But you can really easily see that it says number 1. Whoops. Runaway glue. Thanks, Joyce. Thanks for that compliment. Okay. Again, we're looking at lines here. Actually, I think I'm going to take this a little bit to the right of his head because I didn't want to cover up this corner of the collage or this corner of the collage. You can still see that it says number 1. That's not a problem, especially if I scoot him over right there. Then I just I could put him down and then just figure out the sticker. Let's put him down and then we're going to figure out the sticker. I think I'm going to have the sticker going off the edge of the paper. But it's a sticker, so I have to wrap it around, not off the edge like I had the fabric. The fabric I could literally leave it hanging off the edge, and that would be just fine. But a sticker, we can't leave it hanging off the edge because it's going to, it's going to, look funnier. It's going to stick to things. I think we're going to go right here with you. And I'm being super fussy because I'm looking at that N up here. That's what I was trying to make it coordinate well with. All right, there, we have that. Now, this sticker, I'm thinking, hang it, maybe I don't need it now. I could go in this corner right under his feet. He's not stuck quite down yet. All right, here's what I'm going to do here. It has the white edging, but most of the time, these washi stickers are transparent, but this doesn't really look that transparent to me. It looks more like white paper. So I'm going to cut down into the leaf to get rid of the white. And usually when I do this, I end up reshaping because I'm not patient enough to do the super, super fussy cut right on the line. So I usually end up reshaping whatever it is that I'm fussy cutting around. I want to get most of that off there. This is a funky angle for a righty. Let's do that and see it because I'm just going to use the corner of this. I'm not using much of it. It's going to look like one fall leaf. Is that even going to look funny? Come on, puppy leg. Can you lift up? Oh, it's really stuck on there. Can I get you to lift just a little bit, sir? Can you pick up your paw for me? No, it's not going to work. I was going to hang this right here, but I think it's just too big. Yeah, it's too big. That'll look kind of funny, just being there by itself, wouldn't it? I was originally going to do it over here, but I don't like it. I think I'll just leave it. All right, we tested the waters with the leaves, and the leaves just, they didn't cut. They didn't make muster. They didn't make the cut this time. They did not pass the audition for making it into one of these mini collage works of art. I'm going to get you real close up so you can see these real close up. Just give me a second. I'm trying to clean off the table a little so that you can focus your eye easily on the close up. Get these things. Oof, I got paper all over me. Get scissors put aside. Tweezers. I'm going to drop the camera down. Get the glues put aside. Did I not cover it again? No, it's covered. We don't need the distress inks. And I'm going to give you a nice close-up of these. We don't need these either. Put those away later, but I can just get these right into my little book. Just going to be so nice. Okay. And I can write on the backs of these. Here's number 1. And if you have a preference, if you like one more than others, I would love to hear. But I don't think I'm seeing comments. The last comment is at 12:07. That was almost 20 minutes ago. So either you girls left me here. The mushroom for the 4th card. Now I see it. Oh, a mustache. Andrea, I love it. You like the number 1 at the top? Now I'm seeing your comments. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so we got this one, yellow. Boy number 1. We got number 1, 2, 3. This is our manly man, number 1, 2, 3. And I love that it's hanging over the edge with these stitches. It's got his little ducks in the corner there. And then we have the couple, Lacey couple. They're little kids dressed up like adults, actually, I think. They're really cute. So do you have a preference between the 3? I'm going to get my little binder open so we can put them away. Although, let me date stamp at the very least, on the back of my, usually on my art journal pages, I do like to date stamp. Oh my gosh, we're into September, Grace. You're way off. And I always test because this thing goes backwards and it messes with my brain. So I usually get a little piece of paper and make sure I don't say September 60th. It says September 6th. And I think I will do this just on the back of these. September 6th. It is the 6th, right? Yes. That one you can hardly see, but it's okay. It's still back there. I mean, this one. And if there's an easier place to see it, that's where I put it. I usually do it on the lower end, but if it doesn't work out, like if the collage doesn't allow me to do that and I can't see it real good, then I'll make an adjustment. Okay, so we finished up with the boy. Put them in order the way that I made them. Did this one second. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the cutest little book. I can't even. Oh, I can't even. That's so cute. All right, these, I don't want to lose these, and this is my template. I have 2 of these books going, and I have 4 of these little plastic things. So I'm going to put 2 in each book. And, you know, this book isn't done, so I don't mind that it's in the front. And, well, I do mind, actually, because then when I close this, I want to be able to see them easily. So I guess I'll put these toward the back. They all go together. Right, Janet? So that's interesting that you say that, because when I create in batches like that, that's why I like to date them, because I usually can feel, like, get a feel for, yeah, that they're kind of, not that they all are super matchy, but they do go together. They coordinate well together. So I'm going to put these little cloudy paper covers, paper protectors in the back so that this isn't covering up too much my little people on the front. And I love that this is hanging out the dingly on the end. Now this is the other one. Now these are, you just saw me do this. I just made these from paper, cut them down 2.5 by 3.5 from decorative paper and book pages to do these. These are literally artist trading cards. So these are playing cards. I always, whenever I use playing cards, like a deck of cards to play games, and it's a decorative, like I sell these vintage decorative cards in my store at thecomfinesswithgrace.com. I like to keep, if I can, if I'm not going to write on the back, the pretty side of the playing card on one side, and then I decorate the side that has the, like, 7 of hearts, the Queen of Spades. You see what I'm saying? These came from the same deck. What does this one have on the back? This one I was using for my template, this 10 of Spades. I was using for my template, before I realized I had these. So now that I have these, and I realized I have them, I'm going to put these in the back of this book. So these ones are literally a deck of playing cards made into artist trading cards. You can do it either way. Any time you have a 2.5 by a 3.5 inch substrate or surface, doesn't matter if it's cardboard, if it's a playing card, if it's paper, if it's fabric, and then you decorate on top of it, it's considered an artist trading card that can be traded. And in the Craft Therapy Club, today I'm announcing our round robin swap. We are doing an ATC card round robin swap, which means it's optional for the members of the Craft Therapy Club. That's my private group. It's $15 a month to join, and we do all kinds of fellowship activities in there. It's a private group on Facebook. But the ATC round robin swap, basically 3 women together. They're going to make 3 ATC cards together and then send one from your set to each of the girls. So 3 people. First person for the first set, the first round of this round robin, you're going to do the background. Second round, you're going to put the focal point on, and third round, any embellishments, whether that's inking or sparkles or a dangly or adding some like sparkle might be embossing or a glitter glue or foil or something like that. So 3 layers, and each time it gets sent to you in the mail, you're going to add a layer so that when the person gets their original 3 cards back, they're decorated by the trio, the 3 people in the group. So we're doing that this month. Today, I'm opening the sign up for that in the club. If you're a club member, you'll see that posted today in the group, and you can sign up. You have until next Friday, so a whole week to sign up, decide whether you want to do it, and then I will pair people up in trios, and you guys can, just go with it. You can start coordinating with each other to do your swap, your round robin and your swap. It's your monthly wedding anniversary today. Next month, 6 years married. Oh, happy blessed anniversary, Miss Joyce and hubby. All right, girls, go have a blessed day. If you are a Facebook subscriber, I will see you at happy hour on Facebook in the subscriber hub at 4 p.m. If you are a club member, you will see me posting, and I will go live in there to explain once again this ATC round robin, so everybody knows exactly what we're doing. If I don't see you in one of those places, have a lovely weekend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you so very much, your support. While I'm at saying that, the support, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button on this video if you're watching it and you're getting value from it. That is so helpful to us as creatives. So thank you for that. If you're doing that, you guys take care, and